I'm so excited to officially meet this guy over here. Last year I did research for getting like a board of directors together. So this is my 11th years in real estate, but I don't only just do real estate anymore. We have 9 different companies, and some of them are like real estate related, but not everything is real estate related. I found myself in this situation over the years where I would get advice from people for the same question, right? I would ask the CPA, would give me one answer. I would ask the financial advisor, would give me another answer. And I would ask my attorney or friend or business partner and stuff, and they would give me a totally different answer. And here I am in the middle trying to make a decision about a subject, first of all, I don't know anything about. And I get 3 different answers, and then who do I trust? Like, I was so done playing that game. I wanted everybody to come to the same meeting. I wanted everybody to like understand where we are going, right? Because some of these decisions you have to make based on where you're going. Typical people, 99% of the world, right? They make a typical amount for them, and then they get a 7% raise or a 3% raise, but they don't go from making 150,000 to making 800. Right? Like, it's not normal. So for me, I wasn't necessarily a normal scenario, and I wanted the people that are advising me, not just to advise me in the moment of based on where we are right now, but advise me of where we're going. I'm with a company called EXP when it comes to real estate. And I had an agent joining us. They came to visit us in Michigan. We're sitting in our bar counter in the basement working away. And her husband is a NASA scientist, and he was just kind of cool. And I was like, what are you doing? He's sitting on his laptop. He's not doing anything real estate, right? He's sitting on his laptop, and he showed me this like blueprint. I'm looking at that blueprint, and I'm very visual. So that's how my brain works. For me to understand something, I have to see it and then I remember it forever. So my mind was blown of like, I saw all of his entities and his LLCs and his investment properties, and I saw his like living trust, and I was like, what is a living trust? Like, I didn't even know what it was. And so I wanted something like that. So he introduced me to Anderson's. I called them, I got an appointment, and here we are today. But we worked together now for over 1.5 years. I never actually met you. I wanted to see your guys' offices, and I wanted to actually see you guys in action, right? Because we do, I recommend you guys to everyone that I can think of. I had an amazing experience working with you guys. And you know, when people ask me, I never sell what I don't use or love. But when I love something, you can't shut me up about it. So
appreciate that. Let's go on up.
Let's do. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you describe Anderson a little bit? Like, what is the company like? Last night you mentioned you guys have like 500 employees or more.
There's over 500 of us here. We started off as just a raw law firm, and then we added divisions as we went along. Usually we would acquire, but sometimes we'd say, you know what, we're having a lot of trouble with accountants, so let's just start hiring accountants. So we have a full, group of CPAs, EAs, accountants, and just folks that understand where things are going to go on a tax form and know it ahead of time. So when you're talking to them, they already know where it's going. Like, oh, this is going to end up on line 20 of schedule such and such. Yeah. And I get Clint and I, Michael, we're all entrepreneurs. We do what you do. I'm not a realtor, but I'm an avid real estate investor, and I've opened up lots of companies too. And I look at it and say, what would I need? And then that's what I create, and that's what we create for our clients, to have the same level of services. And as a real estate professional, we could get your taxes down to 0. We can make your income go away, because you can use accelerated depreciation to offset all those things. All you have to do is buy enough real estate. But then you would be unlendable. And so a lot of people, when they're growing their business or growing their real estate, they need to have access to capital markets. They need to be able to borrow from a bank. Yeah. If that's you, don't make your income go to 0, because the bank will look at you when you go for a home loan and you say, how much do you make? And you say, here's my return, and
Nothing.
It shows 0. They're looking at you funny.
You're broke.
Yep. And then you say, but no, it's my accountants. They did this accelerated depreciation and hoodoo-voodoo. And they go, oh, so you're a tax cheat, right? So it doesn't really go over too well. So as you're growing your business, sometimes you need it to look a particular way. And so from a tax standpoint, that's what you have to be really conscious of. But when you're just looking at the business, you're just saying, what's the worst thing that could happen? How do I minimize the worst thing that could happen? What's the different types of tax treatments that are available to me?
I'm like that 3-year-old with Front and Central. Excuse me, I have a question. And then I ask you to break it down to my level of English. If you guys want to work with Andersons, they're going to be, you can scan the barcode and we'll take you to the link, sign up, get interviewed by them, interview them, and decide if you want to work with them, right? Take yourself and your businesses to the next level.
So we try to break down the barrier. I'll tell you, my experience that I shared with you about the accountant when I first sat down was $350 an hour. I never went back to that individual. I didn't go back to that individual because the price was too high per hour. So we try to get away from hourlies. And
Yeah.
you probably noticed that we do packages. We
Yeah.
say, here's the cost to put this in place.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing that we offer, and it's been there forever, is our platinum service, which is $35 a month. You can literally call the attorneys at any time. You can put in tax questions, submit them in writing, and it's unlimited for $35 a month. So, because I know we're going to run fast, and I know you're going to run fast. You're going to have lots of things. You have a big team. You just need to be able to oversee it, know what's on a sheet of music. We call that our blueprint, our wealth blueprint. I need to be able to see what's where and how they interact.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're the best.
Thanks, Gogo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Positive.
Nice to meet you too, officially.
Yes.